Hello! Happy Tuesday! Hello! I hope everyone's doing well. I saw a couple things happening in chat. I have a terrible habit of not looking at chat while I'm getting some stuff ready because I'm like getting some stuff ready. Like I'm still trying to figure out the music volume and other stuff like getting myself back into Twitter because for some reason it's like if you change your title, it signs me out. So I gotta sign back in. It is the actual dumbest thing. So, Lappy, it's me! Hello! And then Ignis, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that, we didn't get the notification for it. I feel kind of bad, but thank you so much for the resub. I definitely appreciate it. And then Brian, hello! Welcome back from New York. It's been 84 years. No, but it has been a little bit. It's almost been, what? It's almost been 10 days since I've streamed, so. But, I appreciate you guys sticking with me while I chill out, and try to relax. I had work today, and I could not. Not only was work just absolutely hectic because, of course, you know, leave on Friday and then come back to a monstrous amount of emails. And technically, yesterday was a holiday, so, it was Martin Luther King Day, and so here in the States, normally you get that day off, and, even with that day off, I still managed to get, like, a crud ton of emails because I guess people worked on that. How? I don't know. But, no, I'm just tired, but we're doing great.
Hey, come on!
Hey!
You gotta let me back in!
Oh!
I'm
We got a hype train?
VIP!
Best stand for very inebriated pianist.
Lappy, thank you so much for the resub. I definitely appreciate it. The warmest of welcomes. We missed you. Oh, thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much for the hype train. I wish I had some like better stuff to give you, but I'm so giddy, and I wanted to talk about the New York trip while it was like still fresh in my mind and everything. So I normally don't stream on Tuesdays, but because I have archery and normally I do groceries, but I didn't have to do groceries today, so I said, well, we'll go after. Guys, it's freezing here. It is freezing where I am right now. Funny enough, my, my pilot on my flight back from New York, so on Monday, I'm just chilling in the plane. I got like this new book, and so I was reading that, and, then I hear, like, the pilot, through my music and everything, and the pilot in, like, his happiest voice just goes, "Good afternoon, everybody, welcome back to, Alaska's hometown," and, we'll be landing in about 20 minutes here shortly. It is a nice 7 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm like, I even took out my headphones, and I'm like, huh? Repeat. So is cold. It's cold here too. Getting worse this weekend. I know, it's a crispy 7 degrees. Oh, and then what's worse is that it was I took a look at my phone and it was still connected to my state's state's weather and everything, and it said 11 degrees, but from the wind chill feels like 2 degrees Fahrenheit, and I was like, oh no. We're struggling. And it was like that, I was talking to a woman while I was waiting for my Uber. I ended up taking Ubers to and from the airport, both in my state and in New York, and so I was waiting for my Uber, and I was talking to this other older woman who was also waiting for her Uber, and she was like, yeah, this is the driest cold I've ever seen in my life, and I'm like, what do you mean dry cold? Is it like dry heat or something like that? And yeah, I guess dry cold just equals crispy air, man, because, man, there was no snow. It was so cold that there was no snow. No, but we got the snow today. I'm telling you that now. I was late to work because of the snow. We got snow in the middle of the night. And because it was the middle of the night, that meant no snowplows. So it was just sheer ice on the road. So it took me like a half hour to get to work when it normally is like 15 minutes because I wanted to be safe. And I could not concentrate. But it's okay because my boss actually went to Colorado for a long weekend vacation trip, and then she was also just as tired, so we were like kind of dragging ass today together, and so I got a bit of a pass because she's my boss. But I love it. It'll be 0 and going into the minus for us with wind chill this. Oh, minus 18 Celsius. Oh, shoot, man. Yeah, I don't have to go into work tomorrow with how bad the weather is right now. Oh, that's good. That's good. I actually have another short weekend this week. I actually took Friday off because I thought I was going to an anime convention. And it turned out it's canceled. We're not going. So I just have a free Friday off. Hooray! So I really only have to work 3 days this week. So I'm really happy about it. But, yeah, we were originally, the plan was, I was gonna meet with some of my friends who are about maybe like 40 minutes south of me, and we were gonna go to a convention where I used to live, that city, but I guess what had happened, I didn't pay attention to like the management of it all that much, and, hey, the hype train was at level 1, hooray! But, basically what happened was, I guess something happened with the management. I guess they switched management and then they started doing some sketchy things. So a lot of people are boycotting the convention, and no one told me we were also boycotting. So that means nothing. So we canceled it. So I don't know the specifics, unfortunately, for that, but hey, I get a free Friday out of it because I already scheduled the vacation time, and that is good enough for me. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say in terms of what was going on today. Not too much, but the weekend is what we're here for. Is definitely what we're here for. And trying to stay warm, so bundle up because it's just gonna be a chit-chatty stream today, I think. No art, no gameplay, it's my first just chatting stream ever, guys! Oh my goodness! Hi Quack Splash, hello! How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well and had a nice week. Excuse me. You'll have to bear with me. It is cold and I just ate food. I took a really fast dinner, and so if I have to clear my throat, I'm not getting sick. I was just trying to eat fast in my cold apartment. So just cozy vibes. Yeah, cozy vibes, comforting music, me trying to figure out how to show off some stuff. I'm gonna be looking down. It looks like I'll be looking down because I'm still trying to send photos or videos to myself, and I just do that via Discord, and so I'm still trying to send stuff so I can show you guys a couple things. But we'll start at the beginning. We'll start at the beginning in terms of how everything went. So, for those of you that don't know, I don't believe she's in the chat right now, but I met up with my friend Oolong, who we've seen in this chat a couple of times. Oolong and I met through playing we were introduced in Genshin, and then we just became like really close friends, and we chat on the daily. And so when in September the Genshin concert tickets for New York showed up, we were both just on impulse. We're like, well, if we don't get it now, we're it's gonna sell out and we're not gonna get it. So we ended up getting tickets. She ended up getting tickets. She and one of her other friends ended up getting tickets, and they got me one, so we were able to all sit together. And I am gonna have to pull up the seating chart at Carnegie Hall because we were actually in the very front. We weren't in the center, but we were like right next to, you know, the aisleway that leads to the front. So we were in the actual very front seats 1, 3, and 5, baby. And also, Quack Splash, I'm glad you're doing well. The game plan was that for the weekend of, well, this past weekend, I was going to fly in from my state and then book a hotel. I actually ended up staying, I can say where I ended up staying at, it's no big deal. I ended up staying at the Paramount Hotel in Times Square. So I was literally right next door to Times Square. And I had a single room. At the time when I bought it, it was maybe like $160 a night. But, you know, I didn't realize New York had so many extra taxes, so it was a bit pricey. So if you're going to go, you know, stay in New York, maybe just be prepared for the prices. New York's expensive, okay? But I ended up staying at the Paramount Hotel in Times Square, and it was a nice place. My room was nice, and then I actually stayed a night in it, and I was like, wow, I'm missing a few things. I didn't realize it, but when I was so tired when I got in, because my flight was really early, to fly out of my state, I had to get to the airport at like 4 in the morning to reach my flight on time, and then I got to New York in like still early morning, so by the time, and I was actually able to check in, and they had a room. Once I Ubered over to the hotel, they actually had a single room ready for me when I got there, so I didn't have to wait until 4 p.m. like it was supposed to be originally. I got in at like 11 a.m. It was great. But the room, it was a single room, so it's like you just get a single bed, and it was a very comfortable bed, but yeah, the room was definitely tiny, but it had like your basic amenities. It had the TV, phone to the front desk, the bed, the bathroom, and everything. The bathroom had like no counter space. It was an older building, so the counter space was just a metal sink, and so there was maybe a couple things behind the faucets, but that was it. There was like no counter space in this thing. The water pressure in the shower was really good though, but I didn't have any washcloths. They didn't give me any. I don't think they even had washcloths. So when I went to take a shower, like on Saturday, to get myself ready for the concert, I was like, "What am I supposed to do?" And I ended up having to like take a hand towel for the body wash. But I ended up taking my own like shampoo and conditioner and everything, so I didn't have to worry about that. But I gotta tell you guys real quick, I didn't take pictures of it, and I really should have. But I forget what brand it was, but the shampoo bottles had literally like the worst, like the weirdest sayings on them. It was very strange. I'll read what chat is saying here in a second, but let me make sure that I'm gathering my thoughts and not like flip-flopping too much. But yeah, the sayings on, I remember the body wash one specifically. So the body wash one was like, oh god, how was it worded? It was just like, your desires may not be clean, your dreams may not be pure, but we'll make sure through this body wash that you're clean. And I was like, what? That's on my body wash? And then like the hand soap was like if you know someone who doesn't wash their hands, you can give them a kiss instead. And I was just like, bitch, if they're not washing their hands, I'm not smooching them. What do you mean? It was so strange. Like, why was this on my hand soap bottle in the hotel room? So that was very fun entertainment. But no, I was able to like get a washcloth afterwards. But it just never processed to me that I was missing one in the first place until I actually really had to get in and take a shower. I was like, oh shit, where's my stuff? Another thing that I didn't notice until I went to bed Friday night was that there was actually no clock in the hotel room either. They had a phone, so if you wanted a wake-up call, you could request it, but there was no clock in the room whatsoever. So I had to rely on my phone, which was fine because I always do that anyway, but yeah, there was no alarm clock to set the time or anything, and so yeah, it was a very tiny room. You got like the bare minimum, and even then you didn't get like a couple things, but overall the place was quite nice for the weekend stay. Let me read chat just for a second to stay caught up with that. We stayed at the Ink 48 in Hell's Kitchen. Very nice, but it was far from a lot of things. I think I actually looked into that hotel, into that place. I think. Hold on, let me see. Let's see, what was it? Ink 48? Ooh, yeah, it kind of looks nice. Hang on. Yeah, those are pretty cheap prices. Yeah, and now I'm looking, so I'm looking online for what Lappy had said, and for the Ink 48 hotel, and right next to it, it's saying like your recent activity, and it's showing me the Paramount Hotel Times Square, and it's like $98 a night. I paid like a $160. Actually, funny enough, after I had checked in, every now and then I get morbidly curious, and sometimes I like to check the room rates to see if any have sold out or something like that, and so I paid for like, what, $160? And then, like, a couple days before I was supposed to leave for the trip, I looked again on the website, and the single room prices bumped up to like $230 a night, and so I was like, oh boy, I'm glad I got it when I did. Wow. It was crazy. And then always bring your own towels for any situation on a trip, right? But like, I've never had that issue before where they don't have washcloths. But the room itself was like super clean, so I can't complain. So then once I let Oolong and another friend of hers who flew in from Canada, she was staying over at Oolong's house, and so I had messaged them that I was on my way to the hotel, and so they had to take a train to get to Times Square because they don't actually live, you know, she doesn't actually live in the Times Square area. She lives more towards Staten Island, and so she had to go over that way. So I ended up taking like a nap. I didn't realize how tired I was gonna be on Friday, but yeah. What we did on Friday was obviously get some pictures taken at Times Square because it was literally right there, and a couple of other things. And we went into a couple shops too. So some of the main shops that were on Times Square, we went to like the Disney store and oh, what was it called? Oh no, I don't know the brand, but do you know the brand of like mascots that, no, we didn't do that. We went there Saturday. But we went to like some knickknack shops and then like some anime bookstores and stuff like that. So there was like a secondhand bookstore nearby, and it was actually a really cool place. It was like 3 floors, and so the first floor was like an actual bookstore where you could get any books and the like. The second floor was anime merch. A lot of anime merch, and I saw art books, mangas, original translated mangas, so not the English translations. And actually, there was like a lot of Genshin and Twisted Wonderland merch. I did not get anything Twisted Wonderland because I already owned the majority of the art books that they were selling. But I ended up finding like a Farazan standee, and I did take a picture of it, so I wonder if I can show it to you guys here. But I ended up getting like a Farazan standee, and it's for like 20 bucks, so it wasn't that bad. Let's see. What about all the honking? It was driving me insane. Oh, you know what? Yeah, so the stereotype that New York has a lot of a lot of honking and everything. Yeah, that's true. But I figured out the reason why. So for the majority of it, we walked. We barely really needed to take the subway or go into a car. The only times I was really in a car was taking an Uber to and from the airport to my hotel, and vice versa. So we walked and took subways the rest of the time. But the walking, I didn't realize how willing people were to face death in the eye, because they were just walking in front of cars like nobody's business. Like they weren't jaywalking per se, but they were like crossing the crosswalks, going across the streets onto the next block. But it was when the cars had a green light, and so like the majority of the time it was like the cars honking at people because they're trying to get through. Now me, Oolong, and our third friend were good noodles, and we didn't cross the street, but we crossed when we were allowed to. But the amount of people that did that were crazy, and I'm just like, I could never just face aggravated people in the face like that. The jaywalking is crazy. Electric bikes too. Oh yeah, your girl almost got run over by a cyclist. Thankfully it was only the one time, but it was still, I should have paid a little more attention. But to be fair, I was like, look at everything, because I've never been to New York before. And that was pretty fun. What else? So yeah. Fun. So where was I? Oh yeah, that one bookstore. So I forgot the name of the bookstore, but it was like 3 floors, and on the second floor was the Japanese imported goods, original translated mangas, light novels, as well as English translated ones too. And I ended up getting my a Farazan standee there, acrylic standee, because you guys know Farazan's my girl in Genshin. But then in the basement, it was more Japanese, Chinese, Korean, actual novels and books and things like that. So on a whim, I ended up actually looking for something in that section. Now, I can't read Japanese for the life of me, but I think I mentioned this before on stream, where there's an anime that I really liked that was based on a novel series by Hideo Okuda, and that anime series was called Kuju Branko, or Trapeze. And so the only book that was translated from that series by Hideo Okuda was called In the Pool, and I own that. So out of pure curiosity, I asked the receptionist down there, like, hey, do you have any books that were written by Hideo Okuda or were just happened to be titled Kuju Branko? And she found it. It turned out that there was actually a copy for like $7. And so even though I can't speak a lick of Japanese or read it whatsoever, I bought it. Mostly for the novelty of it, because it's like, now I own like the original, the book of one that inspired one of my favorite animes out there. You know what I mean? So I can't read it, but I'm super excited. I also ended up purchasing an original Japanese copy of the third volume of the Twisted Wonderland manga. So it takes place during the Heartsleeveal chapter, and so that I also own. And I know the story, so I just wanted it for the art, but I know the story from the game, so it's no big deal. But it's at a part that I really liked in it too, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this. Oh, the third volume happens to be the last copy. So, I was really happy that I got that. You can always learn it. I should learn it eventually, but as of right now, it's mostly for the novelty of it, but maybe one of these days. I'm still trying my hand at keeping up with relearning Spanish and German, so I'm still trying to do that. I don't know if I can tack Japanese onto that. That would overwhelm me, I think, a little bit, but maybe one of these days. Let's see, what else? Friday was more of an ease into the weekend day, so we went to those couple of stores. So it was like the Disney store, that bookstore. Where else did we go? Oh, I'm blanking already. Oh, this is why I wanted to chat about this now, so I don't forget. Yeah, we didn't do a whole lot. It was mostly just me meeting up with her other friend, and I had to give some stuff that I had bought for Oolong at a convention like 6 months ago in June, and it was like a Kokomi statue from Genshin that I got from an artist alley, and then I had gotten these 3 phone charms. I got a Wanderer for Oolong, and I ended up getting a Tainari and a Kave for me, but I figured, well, there's gonna be 3 of us, so I let her other friend pick, you know, which one she wanted, like Tainari or Kave, and then we could all just like have them for the Genshin concert. So she ended up taking the Tainari, and then I ended up letting her keep it. So I have Kave with me, and Oolong has Wanderer, and our third friend has Tainari. So it's really cute. But yeah, it was super fun. And we ended up eating at a ramen place. I think I have a picture of it. Do I? Why is Discord going so slow? Hold on. I know my friend. So I ended up having to take like a ton of videos because my phone picture quality is so bad that I ended up asking my friend to take photos, and I ended up just taking videos, and we'll screenshot them later to make photos. It's so bad. But I'm hoping to get a new phone here soon, but I wanted to hold off and wait until after the trip to see how much money I would be able to spend on it soon. So one of these days I'll do that, but I'm interested in reading one of the horror manga that you found from the internet. Ooh, that sounds interesting. You got your hands full. I only know French and English. Listen, I used to know a little more Spanish than I did, and look what happened. Now I don't know. My Spanish is like, I don't know. It's so basic. It's I don't know. It's very childish Spanish, I think. Not childish in terms of the language, but childish in terms of how simplistic and basic it is that I remember. Where can we see this Discord? The Discord is not ready yet. I'm sorry. But this is our group chat, for, like, to get the details and make sure we all, like, knew where everything was here and there. So, Placente, hi! How are you doing? I'm good! It's just a just chatting stream today, while I talk about my trip to New York as well as the Genshin concert. So, give me a second to get some photos. Obviously, unfortunately, You guys still aren't gonna see like a photo of me per se, but we are definitely going to get some photos of like, there's the ramen. Okay, hold on. I knew it was there. Give me a second. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, why is this freaking out? Hold on, my computer's freaking out a little bit. Sorry. I need to lie down. My head is killing me. Hopefully we'll be back. Hey, yeah, look after yourself, Ignis. Thanks for staying as long as you did. If you need to rest and relax, no worries. Feel free to come back if you feel better, or if you just need to head out for the night, feel free to do so. Hang on. Let me get some of these open. Oh, hold on. Where is it? Oh, you can barely see it. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Hold on. Let me see if we can zoom in here. Okay, I can zoom in this for a little bit. Now, sorry guys, but it's not gonna be like a whole lot here, but give me a second. What's Alaska? Woo, it's Worst! Hello! How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by, Worst. I appreciate it. You tried the Gotham pizza in New York a couple of years ago? We were looking into the Gotham restaurant, but it was like super expensive. Believe it or not. It was like, we were looking at the price ranges and it was like ranging from $30 to $50 a meal for one person. And we were like, no, that's too much for food. Hold on, give me a second while I get, where's my display screen here? Mostly fine. Gotta listen mostly, need to do some work for my courses tomorrow. Yeah, no worries. It is a just chatting screen, or stream, not screen. So feel free to lurk, feel free to chill out, no worries. Okay, there we go. I don't know why this took so long to do. So anyways, we went to a ramen shop on Friday, and so here were it's a little hard to, it was a little hard to see, but these were like the little phone charms I got, at this convention, and so this one was Oolong's The Little Wanderer, the Tainari was for the third friend, and then the Kave was me. Fun fact, you want a little bit of a reveal? You can get my nice, comfortable looking arm. That's me. So you get it's like the leg teaser. It's like you get one arm. One arm sneak peek of Alaska. It looks delicious, right? It looks so good. So our third friend there, she ended up getting like a Japanese curry ramen, and then Oolong and I ended up getting like this tonkatsu ramen, but mine was like Tokyo style, and I forgot what her style was, but it changed the broth a little bit, so hers was a little more of a creamier broth than mine, and so that's where we stopped by to hang out and eat first, so... Arm reveal. It's like the leg but the upper half, right? That's what I said. One limb at a time. One limb at a time. It's gonna be like your turn to die, where it's like you have to collect all the pieces. Just collect all the photos with like one piece. But no, it was actually a really comfy sweatshirt that I had going on, so it was, I had a great time wearing that. It was so comfy, and I felt adorable. So, I'm gonna get some other photos ready, so that way we don't have to keep switching from the, this screen to the other screen, so not to worry. Alaska, but it's Exodia. Stop it. Unfortunately, I thought that I had more photos sent, like, I thought I had sent more photos to, or videos to myself, and it turns out I have not. So give me a second to get a couple more ready so I can show you, like, the Times Square and stuff like that. But that was the Friday. The Saturday was the day of I was about to say the convention, of the concert. And that was so much fun. Guys, I can't tell you how much fun I had at the concert. I cried a couple times. So let me see if I can get some details of the concert here from Carnegie Hall's website. They might not have it. Carnegie Hall, Genshin concert, so I can get you guys the right, the right names and stuff like that. So we ended up going, so there were 2 showings on Saturday. There was a 2 p.m. one and an 8 p.m. one. So the 3 of us went to the 2 p.m. one. The conductor was a guy named Eric Roth, and let me tell you, this guy was having the time of his life. He was like, so how do I describe it? I need to get not a photo, but I need to get like the video of Carnegie Hall so you guys can see what I mean. But basically I have a video of us in Carnegie Hall at our seats, and so they had a screen in the back right behind the actual orchestra and everything. And so during that, if they played any relevant cutscene music, they would actually show the cutscene on the giant screen. And then when it was maybe something like fight music that didn't really have a place, it was like encounter fight music that you face in the game, or if it was something different, then they would show different angles of the orchestra. So if like someone had a solo or something like that, the camera would go to them and everything, but it would every now and then pan back to the conductor, and he was laughing, smiling ear to ear, and he was like dancing to the music, man. He was having the time of his life, and it was fantastic. I will say it was definitely very Mondstadt and Liyue heavy. I want to say the concert lasted like 3 hours, I want to say. We didn't get out until after 5, and it started a little after 2, the concert did. We had to start a little later because the merch line was so long that they had to delay it a little bit. I don't think we got out until like 5:30, 5:45. And so, like, the first hour was Mondstadt heavy, the second hour was very Liyue heavy, and then the last 45 minutes, the last hour, was Inazuma, Sumeru, and Fontaine, so it was a little all over the place. But the music choices were definitely very good for the limited amount of songs that they did for Inazuma, Sumeru, and Fontaine. Inazuma's was like a little bit longer, but Sumeru and Fontaine only maybe had 2 to 3 songs for that region, so it was a little disappointing that it wasn't evenly split out, but I still had a blast watching it. Yeah, it even started out with like the opening cutscene. Obviously no vocals or anything because it was just the music, but they had the opening cutscene and everything for the game, and then it went right into Mondstadt and the Mondstadt stories. And they also had character demos in there, so they had like Venti, Ganyu, Child, Zhongli, the Raiden Shogun, Ayaka. They had a lot of character demos, so it was really fun to see those trailers with the orchestral music and seeing how the orchestra, what they did for like the dubstep or electronic portions of things, like the the bass drop for the Raiden Shogun's demo, like, they did a really good job at doing that in an orchestral version compared to, like, the electronic version in her actual demo, so it was really fun to see. Because they were doing all of the archons from from other regions, I thought that once we started hitting Sumeru music that we were gonna get Nahida's trailer music, and we did not, and I was a little upset about that, but they did play Port Ormos, so that was pretty fun. For those of you that don't play Genshin, I promise I will play some music for you guys, so that way you can get a feel for what it's supposed to be. Let me see if I can search up a little bit of the music and everything. So they did play the songs that got me crying, because I did cry twice during it, was the first Lantern Rites music. And then the second time was still during the Liyue one, where after they defeat Osile, they went into, what was it called? Like, Guizhong's piano theme, basically. I forget the actual name of it. But they played that immediately after, like, the big fight with Osile. And it was like, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. It was really good. Give me a second to see if I can get the Lantern Rite theme for you guys. Hold on just a moment. Okay, I'm gonna play it real quick. This made me cry. Oh, you know what? Hold the phone. I can just actually show you guys the actual clip. Hold on. Hold on. This is what they showed, basically. And they played this on the giant screen. I was crying, man. So they played this? Oh my gosh. Look how freaking pretty that is. Can you just imagine that with live music? Like, it was so good. So good. So good, guy. I was not expecting him to play it. So when they did, I was just like, God damn it! There's not gonna be a dry eye in the house! Just look at that. Glorious. Oh, it was so good. So they played that, and I'm like, God damn it, my makeup's gonna be ruined. So but right, it is long time since you've seen and heard of, right? And also the stellar moments. Ooh, I'm here for it. The stellar moments, for those of you that don't know, are like the character demos and trailers and those themes and stuff like that. So it was great. And then oh god, you guys won't believe how not feral, but like how excited the crowd got when Zhongli's theme came to fruition. Like we heard like the doo, you know, from the beginning of it. And everybody was like, oh, there was like a collective gasp of they're playing Zhongli's theme. It was great. Hi Oolong, hello. How are you doing? We're talking concert stuff. We went to a Disney concert where the orchestra would play the music with the scenes in the back. That's exactly how the Genshin concert was. It was fantastic. So yeah, let me get Zhongli's theme going. Hold on. So you guys, so we can have it going on in the background so you guys can actually hear it while we talk about it. Oh, do we have, yes, there it is. Rex Incognito. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That immediate, like, twang at the beginning of the song, like, listen. That, and then just imagine, like, collective gasp from it. Oh, it was so good. I think one of my favorite moments, believe it or not, was, ooh, excuse me. It was, how do I describe it? So the Raiden Shogun's teaser trailer. So not her demo, but they played her teaser before her demo. And one, there was also a big collective gasp to it. It was like, you know? And, but that in the moment, it swells when she's at like her lowest point and it transitions back to the present where we're trying to stop her from taking all the visions and stuff like that. And so when the music swelled, they did such a good job. I was like, oh, my hands to my chest and everything. And I'm like, oh my God. But Oolong, I hope you're doing well. I hope you aren't as tired as I am because I am exhausted from the trip, but in like the best way possible. Also, hi Ronin, hello, how are you doing? Thought I'd drop in and say hi. Can't stay, this will be my only message. Hope everyone and you are having a great day. Well, thanks for stopping by, Ronan. I definitely appreciate it. Even if you stay for just a moment or so, that's totally okay. If you find yourself lurking or coming back, we're just going to be chatting and talking about my New York trip. So, time for me to go. Might be back in an hour. If not, have a good stream. Hey, thanks for staying as long as you did, Brian. I definitely appreciate it. But, yeah, it was... Oh... Let me see if I can get the Raiden Shogun teaser so you guys can see what I mean in terms of the swelling of the music. Hold on. Teaser. There we go. Let me get this ready to go here. This is only like 1:40, so it's not that bad. Let's bring this back. I said we weren't gonna switch it, and we keep switching. I'm gonna stay for a little longer. Y'all, thanks for staying. I appreciate it. You can fact check everything. What do you mean? Are you saying I haven't been truthful up to this point? You betcha. Why does it sound like you guys don't believe me? Did you get robbed in New York? No, I did not. I was really good with my purse. Oh no, Ronan, no! Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oolong was good at telling us to keep our things close to avoid getting robbed. So she did a good job at making sure we were safe. But I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope you were able to fix whatever got taken and all of that. But oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But no, the trip itself went really well. I'm just kind of talking about some of the music that we listened to in the concert itself. So this is what I mean with the Raiden Shogun's teaser. So... yeah, they played this. Imagine this on the big screen, without the voices, obviously, but... But they played this before they played her demo, and it was glorious. I'll show you, you'll see what I mean in terms of swelling, like how it builds up. Yeah, just imagine this on the big screen, man. Alright, wait for it. That... Oh. They did that, like, crescendo so well. Oolong can attest to this because she saw me. Like, I actually put my hand to my chest and, like, leaned back into my seat a little bit. Just like, oh, they did it so good. So, oh no. Got my phone snatched. Oh no, Ronan, I'm sorry to hear that. Got it back though. I'm glad that you got it though. Got him back. But yeah, the concert, it was just, those were some of my favorite moments. But yeah, they played, what else? Oh, they played my favorite version of Child's boss fight from Liyue. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Let's see. So, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I know I don't need to, like, switch back and forth, but, it's always just making sure. What was I looking for again? Oh, yeah, the child. Hold on. Give me a second. This one, we don't actually need, it's just gonna be the music, so we don't need the actual, like, cutscene for this or anything. But, oh, it's so good. Hold on. They played this. They played this! My favorite phase of this boss fight! The music is unbelievable, right? Bro went crazy on the piano, right? It was great. Had no chill. But yeah, they played my favorite phase of Child's boss fight, and I was just like, oh, it was so good! Oh, we don't need to listen to the whole thing. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can get to the... Oh, and they also had a guitar for this version, for this too. Oh, hold on. Swelling with the trumpets. Oh, they did that so well too. I'm gonna have to make a playlist of, like, the songs that they did at the concert. It was so good. The one thing that I want to bring to light is towards the end. Listen to that. But this part, they actually did with, like, a glockenspiel and a harp. So, because they didn't really have anything electronic, they did that part with, like, a glockenspiel, which is, like, the bells, and a harp. And they did such a good job. They made it sound amazing. And then, like, the chorus, the choir, the men's choir and everything, and the women's singing and everything as well. They did all that with the string instruments. So, like, the violins, violas, and the cellos and everything. So they did a great job with it, because they couldn't do everything electronic. So, yeah, I think one of my goals is to make a playlist and try to remember all the songs that they played during it. So you guys can kind of get a feel of what songs they actually played. And they did play a couple Fontaine songs as well, like the main Fontaine theme, like the do 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 do, you know, something like that. I was a little out of key. I'm very sorry you had to hear that. But anyways, that had an accordion and everything, but the only thing is that because Fontaine is so recent, they had no Fontaine footage. So it was literally just like focusing on the guy who played the guitar. Ooh, that was my chair. Sorry. I need a new chair, guys. This thing is like, one of these days I'm gonna crash. My model's just gonna go go wonky while I collapse. Oh man. Genshin gave me depression because I got broke and couldn't buy a Porsche anymore. But right, like the wow, the wowzers, the amazing. I loved it. Let me see if I can get some more. I did mention, so they didn't play Nahida's trailer, but they did play the Port Ormos theme, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys may not know Port Ormos in Sumeru, so I want to play that so you guys can understand how hype this is. Everyone loves this song. And me being percussionist, I love the percussion in it. Oh, so good. So they played this for the 3 Sumeru songs that they played for the concert. I'll have that going on in the background. It'll be okay. Don't know anything in this game. That's okay. That's why I'm kind of trying to explain it a little bit to you guys without spoiling too much, basically. And I probably already did, but you guys won't know that. Oh, hold on. I want to see if I can... Oh, it's so good. But yeah, it was fantastic. Absolutely loved it. Let me think. Oolong, if you are still in the chat, was there a particular song that you were like super excited to hear in the concert? I know we talked about it, but if you want to talk about it in the chat as well, you're welcome to say which songs that you really liked as well. I'm kind of gushing over my favorite parts of it, but I want to give you a voice too if you wanted to talk about that as well. Haven't played Genshin in a year. That's okay. A lot's happened in a year's time, but that is totally okay. Let's see. I know. Let me think. Oh, that's what it's called. Okay. Hold on. They played this and it also made me cry a little bit. It's called The Lover's Oath, and this was right after like a really intense version of a boss fight in Liyue. Not the child boss fight, but like another boss fight. And then they... Oh, you know what? Hang on. I'm going to open up... Hold on. Let me get the Osile real quick. Hold on. Osile fight. Hang on. Give me a second. And we'll just listen to the... Yeah, so they played this. Oh, they played this, and they played the whole thing. It was so good. I was mesmerized. Like not even since the recent... Yeah, no, that's okay. Let me see. Hold on, give me a second. Did they play... I don't remember. Hold on. What is that one? Give me a second. Ooh. Give me a sec to remember what that is. No, they did not play any... No, they didn't play that. I know exactly what that is, but... You have to give me a second. No, they did not. They didn't do anything spoiler-worthy for Sumeru. That might be a bit loud. Give me a second. Yeah, so they played this. But no, they didn't do the second half of that fight. They really only played 2-3 songs, and one of them was like the main Sumeru theme, Port Ormos, and then something else, I think. And then they went straight into Fontaine. So, and then Fontaine, they only did like 3 songs as well for that. So it was like, they were really kind of rushing the last minute of it, but like, it was definitely Mondstadt Liyue heavy, with a little bit of Inazuma in there, with like the Raiden Shogun's fight and Ayaka as well. Lover's Oath. Hang on. This is one of my favorite boss themes, to be fair though. So to hear the whole thing was like, oh, it was great! Oh, and then they had the cutscene playing in the background too. Like, guys, like the cutscene of the giant Osile fight. Oh my god, they had that playing in the background. It was great. Fair enough indeed. So they went... Oh, it's almost over. But yeah, they played this. And then they immediately went into Lover's Oath afterwards. Oh, listen to that, is so good. So good. And then it was like, they didn't even give us time to clap. Like, we started clapping because he kind of, the conductor kind of put his hands down, but he immediately brought them back up. And the next thing you know, we're listening to this. Like, you can't do that to me. I'm gonna cry. It was glorious. I don't know what you're talking about. This is all like the Liyue stuff, so, you know, I think they were sorry, that was loud. So I think they're okay. I think they're justifying themselves and like, oh, we could spoil the Mondstadt Liyue stuff and a little bit of Inazuma. They did not have like the Senora fight in Inazuma though, so I'm a little... I feel like they would have had the great opportunity to have like the Senora fight, but they didn't. But like I said, it was pretty quick. But they did have like the fight music for the Resistance versus Kujosara, so that was very interesting. So let's see. I wonder if I can find like the Inazuma battle music and remember which one it was. Oh, you know what? Hold on. We can find the cutscene instead. That could work. Yeah. Hold on. Hold the phone. Give me a second. Is this in English or is it in Japanese? Hold on.
Stronger than I.
Okay, yeah, no, hold on. Give me a second. There we go. Yeah, so they played, like, this... Hold on.
This contest has served.
Where's the cutscene? There's the cutscene. They played, like, the music for this cutscene as well. And I thought that was pretty cool. But it was, like, the whole war... not the war, but it was, like, the big cutscene, and then, like... They had, like, you know, Kokomi, her first appearance in it, so she did make an appearance in it. It was awesome.
Her Excellency!
It was so fun. Yeah, but it was ultimately... It was ultimately just a really fun time. I'm gushing over the music so much, guys.
I just hope you can afford all these mercs you've gathered.
So it's perfect. It was great. So they had the music playing through this cutscene and everything. So they had that at the very least. Ronan, I can't tell if you're joking or being serious anymore. But, and I don't mean that as anything bad, but it was just like, Inazuma, what's that? It's like, doesn't everyone know at this point? I don't know. Unless you were like, genuinely don't play or keep up with Genshin, I'm pretty sure. Alright, I gotta go now. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, so Inazuma's like a new region. So yeah, Inazuma was like the third region introduced. It was the region introduced right after Liyue. So then we met the Raiden Shogun, the Archon of that region, basically. So that's what that is. But they played that, and then they kind of skipped through a lot of it. Like they did the Raiden Shogun demo, and then they just went to the end of the story. It was like, it was a little jarring, to be honest. It was just kind of like, what? But overall, it was a really fun concert. Sorry. It's okay, Ronan. It's alright. I just want to make sure. Because it seems like people that don't even, or at least the people I talk with who don't play the game seem to at least know of Inazuma at the very least, and so that's why I was just curious. I wasn't sure if you were joking or not, because I have trouble listening to sarcasm through the chat. You guys know I take chat a little too literally. So don't you dare quack splash. Mondstadt? What's that? It's not like the beginning of the game or anything. Stop it. But yeah, no, thanks so much. Yeah, it was a blast. One thing that I did forget to mention entirely, let me get my music back up and running here, but one thing that I forgot to mention entirely was, that I had mentioned merch, and so Oolong was so kind to be able to figure out that Carnegie Hall was selling Genshin Impact concert merch, and it was like the new characters that came out and everything. So it was like the child, Diona, Ganyu, Zhongli, Zhao, Eula, Albedo. Am I missing anybody? I don't think so. And so it was merch of those, and you could get like buttons or acrylic stands or anything like that. And so, but when Oolong found it, I went online and I went to search for it and everything, and Zhongli, almost everything Zhongli was sold out. He's the guy. He's like the popular, the guy. And so I ended up ordering a child standee and a Diona standee, and like the acrylic standees. And I did take pictures of these, so I'm trying to get that while I'm getting my music back and ready to go here. And that was an actual blast to purchase it, because Child's also like up there in terms of popularity as much as like Zhongli and everything. So I messaged Oolong afterwards and I'm like, I bought this and I'm shocked he wasn't sold out yet. And then like 5 minutes later, I get a message from Oolong like, he's sold out. His standee's sold out. So I lucked out, baby. It was great. So it was fantastic. I'm getting some music back up and running here, just like my regular playlist going here. Is it true? What do you mean you're fact-checking, Lappy? Come on. You gotta trust me a little more than that. Oh man, I don't think I have enough spit. Hey, stop. It disappeared, so I couldn't convert. No, we were basically talking about how you were able to get the website to the Carnegie Hall merch for the Genshin merch and everything, and how you gave it to me and our other friend to purchase stuff if we wanted. So yeah, so that's what Ronan was like. Or sorry, Lappy was trying to confirm, quote unquote. Give me a second to get some stuff running here. Oh, hold on, give me a second. I have like a lot of things open. Whew, hold on, give me a second. How much did it cost? Let's see, both standees were maybe about 20 bucks, so not that bad. But by the time when I got to the table to get my pre-orders, I think almost all the standees were sold out by the time for those who didn't pre-order and were just waiting in the line. And so I was like, I felt so bad because it was like, wow, they don't get a lot of merch. Whereas like people who managed to find the website were like, they got a crud ton of merch. Oolong also got 2 standees. I believe it was Zhao, Ganyu, and then managed to get a Zhongli and Eula button. Which was really cool because it was like it said Genshin concert on it and it was like engraved in the button. So it was like a high quality button. But yeah, Oolong was the VIP in terms of getting that website. So I gotta thank her 1,000 times yet again because I would not have my child without, I would not have child without her. It's not bad for a collectible. Tried to buy a Guts collectible oh god. Well, thankfully these are just like acrylic stands, so thankfully those tend to be a little cheaper than the typical like merch or figures or anything like that. So it's just standees. So I got Child and I got Diona and I have a picture of it. So if you give me a second to get the pictures ready, you can tell I am like not prepared. Hold on, give me a sec. Boop. Hang on. Oop, boop. I'm getting a couple things here. Okay. The photos are not the best because my phone quality is absolute hot garbage. So, but I do have them. So, these the Farazan is the one that I got at the bookstore that I mentioned earlier. So that's the Farazan that I got, and then this is the Child and Diona standees that I got. So I just adore them. I love Diona as a character. She was like, I got these two like side by side in a 10 pull like when I first started playing the game in version 1.1. So I was like, of course I had to get both of them. So your girl is in possession of a sold out Child acrylic standee, baby. Unfortunately, Diona's not nearly as popular as like the other characters who were in the roster and everything, so I think she still had some. Available, but I'm happy with her. I'm happy I got her. And then the Faruzan one, like I said, I got her at a bookstore, and she was like $25. So she was a little more expensive, but I'm like, it's worth it, guys. It's worth it. This is my main at the moment. So yeah, it was super fun. And then I also wanted to show off. Ignore the setting because I had to take it on my carpet. I had to take a picture on my carpet. But this was like a thing that they gave us, and it was like a Genshin concert envelope. And that is like an actual wax seal on it right there. At least it feels real. So I had to get that. And then when you opened it, you got like an official ticket. It's an actual ticket of the group and everything. So this is like an official ticket. And it's a little holographic, so I had to put my flash on so you guys could see. But yeah, we got Child, Diona, Ganyu, Zhongli, Zhao, Eula, and Albedo, so that was really fun, being able to get that. And then we got a redemption code to be able to get in-game rewards for the concert. Now, what you got from it, I don't have the thing on me right now, but what you got from it was like about 980 Prima Gems for wishing. And then you got maybe 5 sticky honey roasts, which is like a food in-game, like a consumer item to heal and stuff like that. So you got like 980 Prima Gems, 5 sticky honey roasts. You got an exclusive name card that you could get in the game, and then you got an exclusive pair of glider wings for them as well. And what else did you get? Was that it? I'm trying to remember. Was that it? Anyways, let me switch back real quick because I thought I had gotten a photo of it. I know I have a photo of it, but... hang on. That's not what I wanted. Hang on. Is the card edible? No, the card is not edible. Why would the card be edible? I'm trying to see if I can get some of these. Can I copy this? Can I copy this so that you guys can watch it, or do we have to watch it from Discord? No, I hope not. Hold on, give me a second. Let's see. Did I forget to put this thing on shuffle or what? Hold on, my playlist is going a bit wonky here. Yeah, it got rid of my shuffle. Hang on. We're getting nothing but demo, and it hit me just now that we were just getting nothing but demo. There we go. Now we can get something different. Let's see. Because there's some other things that I wanted to show you guys, and it was like... Huh. How can I show you guys without giving away the Discord? I guess it's no big deal since it's just my stuff, but like... Why not edible? Why would they be edible? That's the question. Hold on. Maybe we might get a preview of like my... So basically I just have like a personal Discord just on my own. So that way I can send myself sketches so I can use them for art and things like that. So I want to see, one, how loud this is, and two, how good the quality is. Give me a second. Oh, my phone quality is absolute hot garbage. It's actual hot garbage. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know if I can show this video, but anyways, what I can probably show is, because I had it linger there for a second, is like this. It's basically Carnegie Hall. We're at the front of the stage, and then this was the giant screen for it, but my phone quality is absolute just hot garbage, so unfortunately the quality's not that great, so we flipping back. Carpet tires. Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're enjoying the stay. We're talking about some of the Genshin concert experience and like my trip to New York and everything, so that was super fun. What else can I do? Oh, hey, thank you for the shades. I appreciate it. Ronan, I don't know what you're talking about anymore, friend. I'm sorry. You're losing me. First row and all. Yeah, we were legit in the first row. Hold on. I bet I still have the Genshin concert thing pulled up. Let me get a PDF real quick of the concert hall so you guys can see exactly what I mean. Hold on. All right. Small flashbang, sorry, it's nothing but white here, but, so here's the seating chart, basically, for Carnegie Hall, right? This is the stage. We were right here. We were right here, 135A. We were right there. So, that's where we were. Because I think... Was it because the balcony was like way more expensive? It would have been cool to be on the balcony, but I'm gonna be honest, I really liked being in the front. Because I'm a really like still sitter when I watch orchestras like this. So thankfully the people behind me were fine, and I wasn't being a nuisance to them. But obviously in the center of the stage was the conductor and everything, so I got to see him like up close and personal, just dancing and having like the time of his life. It was great. it was just so fun. I just enjoyed it so much. So funny enough, I was in seat 1. Oolong was in 3, and then our last friend was in seat 5. So we were very front, and it was great. The balcony was cheaper. Oh, okay. I thought it was because they were more expensive. My friend just got us front row because it was available. I'll take it. I enjoyed being in the front row, to be honest. And then obviously with it being a Genshin concert, of course, that meant Genshin cosplayers. And so me, being the gal who loves going to conventions and stuff like that, you know, I'm over here taking pictures and being like, oh, your cosplay looks amazing, can I take a picture, or can I take a picture with you, or anything like that. And they love that, you know, and so you always ask first before you take pictures of cosplayers. And so there was this really like great Kaya and Diluc duo, right? And they were in fancy suits and everything, and it was like oh god, they looked fantastic, I have to say. And so with our other friend being like, you know, a big Kaya fan, and then now I'm talking about it, I'm sorry. But with Oolong and our third friend being a big Diluc and Kaya fan respectively, they were also like, oh my god, it would be great to get a picture. And I was like, do you guys want a picture? And they look at me a little bit, and I'm like, well, I could go up and get a picture, and and so I go up, me being my con self, you know, I stand up and I'm just like, oh, come on, it'll be fine. Let's just get the picture and it'll be good and done and over with. And so I walk up to the Kaya and Diluc and I'm like, hi, your guys' cosplays look amazing. Can my friends take pictures with you guys? And they both were just like, oh my gosh, sure. Yeah, thank you for the compliment. Yeah, well, we can take pictures, because this was like, what was it, during intermission, or was it right before the concert? I think it was, no, during intermission. And so I turn around to let my friends through, only to see that they in fact did not follow me and were still at their seats. And then I have to like wave my hand to get them to come over, to be like, it's okay, you can take a photo with them. I just whacked my hand on the table. Ow. And so we managed to get a picture, and they were both super happy afterwards. So I really loved it. I was glad I was able to help get those pictures for them and everything. So it was great. But yeah, no, they were really good cosplays. Yeah, they were fantastic. Very accurate, very on point. The hair, the wigs were just, oh my god, I wish I had the talent to make wigs like that. Ooh, it was great. But yeah, they did an amazing job. And then we saw like a Kamisato Ayaka, and oh, why is my rates? I thought I fixed that! Oh my gosh! I'm sorry! Oh, why is that still broken? I need to fix that. Anyways, Senna, hi! How are you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. We are having still technical difficulties with with the raid thing going on. I don't know why. I keep thinking that I fixed it, and in fact, it's still broken. But hello! Thank you so much for the raid. I definitely appreciate it. How are you doing? How was your stream, if you wanted to talk about it? We're literally just chatting. I'm talking about my New York trip for the Genshin concert and all that jazz, and we're still talking about the concert. So I think I'm almost done talking about the concert itself, so I'll get into what we did on Sunday and everything, but like you cooked? Ooh, what was it? Is it something delicious? I had a very quick dinner, so I'm actually still kind of hungry. So do not look at the VOD. No, well, now you're gonna tempt me to look at the VOD. No, but I won't look at it, you know, obviously, if you don't want me to, but what you cook? No, it's okay. Aw, but yeah, hold on, give me a second. But, hold on. I hope I did that right. Give me a second. But yeah, go give Senna a follow. Senna and I actually have the same VTuber art mom, and so we have the same art mom and everything. Love the colors and the design Senna's got, so yeah, Senna just does like variety streams. Obviously, I'm seeing a cooking stream that I'm being told not to watch the VOD for, but I have been in a couple streams before. I've definitely watched Persona. I've watched you play Persona and things like that, and it was just very fun. It's very fun to kind of like have in the background and everything. So yeah, go give Senna a follow and enjoy watching another one of my art siblings. So, but what was I just about to say? I'm kind of going off like all over the place. I'm not used to just chatting screen, and so your girl's not prepared, and my phone quality is absolute hot garbage. So I can't show pictures all that well. But oop, I'm trying to turn down the music just a little bit. There we go. I know it's a bit loud. Oh no! Wait, is it ad time? Oh no! Is it ad time? Oh shoot! Should I wait then? I didn't realize I had ads going on. Woo! Ooh, hold on. Give me a second. Chat, respond, please, if I am still here. But... oh no. It's alright. It's good enough, don't worry about it. Oh, thank you. No, okay, that's good to hear. I hope that the... I'm losing my train of thought. I hope that the ads aren't in the way too much. Also watch some of your VODs. Yeah, I have all my VODs like on YouTube and everything, and I'm sure everyone else has got some VODs ready to go as well. Let's see. I know I've droned on and on about the Genshin concert for a hot minute. Oh yeah! I was talking about cosplayers at the Genshin event. That's right. I'm going to bring the topic back to the concert for a little bit, but yeah, we had the amazing Kaya and Diluc, and then we had like there was an Ayaka in her alternate costume, the Fontaine costume, which was absolutely adorable. And then we saw like people actually in costumes of the Genshin characters in their performance costumes, and I'm like, how did you get the costumes so quickly And 2, you all look amazing. So obviously we got some pictures with them as well, and then regular cosplayers, like I saw a Jean, a Faruzan, there was a really pretty Raiden Shogun, in like this ball gown-esque dress, and it was like this very deep midnight purple. It was just, she was so gorgeous. And because we were in the front, people were taking pictures at the front of the stage and everything, so we just were watching all of these cosplayers like posing right by the stage during intermissions and things like that, and I loved it. Right, Senna, cosplayers are so cool. I'm hoping to cosplay Faruzan at some point for a convention, but the next convention that's near me isn't happening until June, so we got time. My mom, being the sweetest woman that she is, tried to buy me a Faruzan cosplay for Christmas, and it was just... My bust was too big for the fit, and everything fit except the shirt because of the bust size. I was too big, and so she had to return it. And so what the game plan is that she still wants to do that. She will. I'm actually gonna buy the costume, and then she's just gonna pay me back. So then it can just be shipped to me. Don't have to worry about like, you know, billing addresses being different from like the card that we use and things like that. So, can I go to the thing? No interest as what do you mean? I did not cosplay as that, but I know exactly who you're talking about. That is Dark Souls. Ooh, sorry, that's my hand going in front of the camera. Yeah, Dark Souls, there was like this boss called Let Me Solo Her, and it was basically like a shirtless guy with a pot on his head who was like entering people's worlds asking to fight a specific boss, and it was really funny. One of my favorite memes, I think, at the time. But yeah, so we ended up getting that. I actually haven't purchased it yet, but we still got some months before we can do that. So, it'll be great. It'll be super fun. And then I'm probably gonna cosplay as like maybe a Twisted Wonderland character, maybe a Honkai Star Rail, because I really like Asta. I would love to cosplay as Asta as well. Gotta go wash dishes and poof once more, but have fun talking. Hey, thanks so much for staying as long as you did, Oolong. Sorry, Lappy, you can't fact check with Oolong anymore, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. But thanks for staying as long as you did, Oolong. We'll see you later. See you next stream, whenever that is this week. But thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna dress as him. Ooh, have fun. I don't know when your convention is, but like whenever that is, I hope you have a great time. And enjoy cosplaying who you really like. Asta from Black Clover? No, Asta from Honkai Star Rail. So Alright, I'm watching you. What do you mean? You can't use my emotes against me, Lappy. What do you mean? Oh, bye, Oolong! See you! Thank you again so much for the fun weekend! So, where were we? Okay, so we talked ad infinitum about the concert. I showed off, like, music and cutscenes and some photos and stuff like that. So then the next thing, that we need to talk about is like the aftermath. So we ended up going to this is it pronounced patisserie? Like a bakery, patisserie? I think that's how it's pronounced. We ended up going to one of those because we originally thought that the place was selling food 24/7, like, you know, more savory foods, actual dinner food. And it turns out on the menu, it did not say when they stopped doing it, but I guess on the actual menu, they stopped at 5 selling food, and it was just desserts by then. And so we had to quickly figure out where we were gonna have our dinner. Thought it was Black Clover. Nah, sorry, I haven't seen Black Clover, Ronin. But I was aware that there was a character named Asta in there, but nope. Honkai Star Rail, one of my favorite characters in there. She's so fun. Yes, patisserie. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So we ended up. I ended up buying some desserts that I could eat back in the hotel room, and so it was this. How do I describe this? It was a chocolate escargot croissant, and it was delicious. I ended up having it back in the hotel room, but it was like the size of my head, man. It was big. Okay, I might be over exaggerating, but it was a big croissant, and it was just filled with like cream and these little Kit Kat. It was like the texture of a Kit Kat bar, but like little spheres, like fancy decorated, and then some chocolate bites in there and things like that. And the chocolate had a little bit of alcohol in it, and it was absolutely delicious. Oh my god, it was amazing. But like I said, I had that afterwards, so I was carrying it around like all day. But we ended up going to, is it Max and Brenner's or Max Brenner's? I'm trying to remember. But it was like a very chocolate themed restaurant, but it was still a restaurant, and it was like food and everything. And ignore the crumpling of paper. I am doing something on my desk here. But it was fantastic. Can I have some? It's too late now, friend. I ate it on Saturday night. Imagine only eating desserts, a dream come true. That would be fun, but I like the savory foods too. It was delicious. You're making me hungry. My body can't take any more alcohol. No, it wasn't a lot of alcohol, but it was like you could definitely taste it if you didn't focus on it, if that made sense. So like when I was eating it originally, my main focus was on like the cream, the escargot, the chocolate, and stuff like that. But then at one point I started focusing on eating the croissant itself. And so then I went back to the chocolate and was like, oh, there's the alcohol. But it wasn't a lot, you know, it wasn't enough to like make you drunk or anything. Nothing like that. I think they just like put a little bit in it in the chocolate to add a certain flavor to it. So it was really good. But let's see. Hold on. It was New York Max Brenner? Yeah, it was just Max. Yeah, Max Brenner. So it's a chocolate restaurant, and it had like food, and I ended up getting this thing. It was called, it's gonna sound really gross actually, but it was called shrimp and mash, and it was basically mashed potatoes and cooked shrimp in this really delicious sauce. And oh my god, guys, when I say that this sauce was delicious, I really mean it, because it was delicious. Hold on, Oolong was able to take a picture of it. Hold on. Oh, it doesn't really look like the prettiest, but oh my god, it was. She took pictures of my food, man. I loved it. So hold on. Give me a second. I got it. There it is. Like I said, it may not be the prettiest looking thing, but that sauce that's covered in it, just, oh, love it. We had bagels once for breakfast, and I had to say, we make better bagels. You're making me hungry. I need to learn how to cook that. Right? Right? It looks good. And then this was, it was like a lemonade vodka drink, and then I had a milkshake in here, and I guess they had Alice in Wonderland themed cups, so that's why it says like drink me on the side. And the cup, look at it, it was like bent, so you could just put the straw in there. It was fantastic. But yeah, this was like mashed potatoes, shrimp, and then I can't tell you what kind of sauce this was, but my god, when I say it was delicious, oh my god, it was delicious. Gotta go now. Oh, hey, thanks for staying as long as you did, Ronan. I appreciate it. I hope I'm not I hope it's because I'm not making you too hungry. But yeah, you have a wonderful night, Ronan. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun with the rest of your evening, and hopefully we will see you next stream. But, in the, yeah, this was like a lemonade, vodka, and it was delicious. And it went really well with the sauce that was used for this. Like, wow, loved it. Ate already? Good, because this is still making me hungry. Like, I'm drooling, man. It looks so good. Yeah, but you have a wonderful night, Ronan. Anyway, so there was that. Absolutely delicious food. Can't go wrong with that. Hold on, give me a second here. I wonder if I have more food for something else. So anyways, that was kind of the Friday, and then we went into, like, the M&M store. Did you guys know the M&M store in New York is like 3 stories tall? It's 3 floors? How much M&M merch do you need? We were joking about that because they had everything. They had, obviously M&Ms. They had, shirts. They had clothing. They had Christmas ornaments out still. They even had backpacks, stationery. You could get your back to school needs at the M&M store. It was crazy. I ended up not buying anything from there. Oh, you know what? Skittles flavored lip gloss too? You're right, there was Skittles flavored lip gloss in the M&M store. Oh, you know what was like really evil of them is, so you know those giant tubes where you can open up a valve at the bottom and it spits out candy or something like that, and then once you get all the candy that you want, you go over, weigh it, and then that's what you buy. That's how they charge you for it, basically. We looked at some of the M&Ms, and obviously M&Ms is like one flavor. It is just chocolate, but then sometimes you can get like the nuts or the caramel. In one tube of those, we saw one tube of Skittles, and we were like, who was evil enough to put that in the M&M store? It was like, could you imagine mixing up your Skittles and your M&Ms? I would not be mentally prepared for that. My daughter spotted those, right? Oh, man. I will admit, I almost did buy an M&M themed sweatshirt from there because it was, like, pretty cool looking, but I was good and I held off. I, in fact, did not get it, but I was pretty content with what I got anyway, which was, like, my Farazan standee and, like, the original translation to Cujo Branco's book and everything, so it was like, yay! I'll take that. So yeah, that was mostly it for Saturday. And then Sunday was my last day. Now, the friend had to go back to Canada. Oolong's other friend had to go back to Canada. So Oolong had to help drop her off at the airport. And then I met up with Oolong in the afternoon, and we actually went over to the Rockefeller area, not the center, but we went to the Rockefeller area, and we ended up going to a couple of other shops, like another bookstore and things like that was really close to where I was, and we ended up going to the Museum of Modern Art, or MoMA for short, which I guess I was not prepared for the amount of people being like, oh, have you been to MoMA? And it's like, or if you say the whole thing out loud, like the Museum of Modern Art, the looks of confusion New York natives give you. I'm telling you. They were like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, MoMA? And they're like, oh, I know that. I know where that is. It's like, okay. I thought that was really funny. But yeah, we went to the Museum of Modern Art, or MoMA for short, and we had to speed run the last couple of floors, but we went on every floor except for the cafe on the 6th floor. So there's 6 floors in total, and it's all art up until the 5th floor, and then the 6th floor, I can't say 6th very well, so bear with me, that is just a cafe. And so we ended up going to just all the way up to the 5th floor, and then they closed the 6th floor by the time we were done. But it was really fun to see. I had a blast. Hold on, let me read chat for a second here. Bought the blue M&M mug like 10 years ago. Oh, don't worry. They're all still there, along with every color of the rainbow, even purple. Did you know the purple M&M exists now? 'Cause I didn't. But now it does. Even more of an excuse to resemble Skittles, man. They're tricking you everywhere. And you went there too, it was so good. I'm assuming you mean MoMA? That was really fun. I ended up taking, like, a lot of videos, but I had a blast, with it. I didn't realize that Van Gogh's Starry Night was in MoMA, and so I'm getting ready to just walk around, getting ready to see modern art, and the next thing you know, on a screen, it says, "Oh, Vincent Van Gogh, Starry Night, on the 5th floor." I had to do a double take. I was like, huh? That's here? I didn't know. And so I got a picture of Starry Night, guys. It was awesome. And then, Oolong got some pictures with some art that she really liked. Monet paintings. So those were pretty cool, like the lily pads and everything. So it was great. I want to see, did I download some of these videos here? Hold on, give me a second. I ended up taking videos more than I did pictures because my photo quality is like hot garbage. So give me a second to remember where it was. Hold on. Oh, I can show that. Ooh, hang on. Give me a sec. Let me pause that and bring that back here. Hold on. Okay, this was good enough. This is not Starry Night, but this was a piece. It was like hanging stuffed animals, and it was like really cool to see. So hang on, give me a second. Bear with me. Well, look at this. These were all stuffed animals, and it was talking about, like, I guess the message was something regarding like repressed trauma, repressed childhood trauma, something like that. And so what the artist did was actually, like, when they were making the spheres of stuffed animals that they avoided, they turned them around or hid the eyes so that way, you know, you wouldn't get a sense of quote-unquote nostalgia, I guess, from looking at them, because we found Sebastian from The Little Mermaid in there in the mix. So it was like, I think they were trying to avoid some kind of nostalgia from it. So it was really interesting to see how they did that and all of that. Also, hi Zetra, hello, how are you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the cool shades and the head pats, very much appreciated. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing what a mood. Usually I'm just doing, but I've been in a really good mood since my trip. I've been really tired, but I've been in a really good mood since my trip, and so that's what I'm just talking about it. The stream is probably gonna be ending here probably soon because we didn't do a whole lot outside of going to MoMA on Sunday, and then Monday I had my flight back to my state, so unfortunately not much happened on Monday except hearing from the pilot that it was a crisp 7 degrees back home. So it was a time. We also visited the UN. That was surprisingly amazing and instructive. Ooh, that's always good to hear when things get to be like way more productive than you're expecting. I love that. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to see if I can find my Starry Night picture. that I got. Oh, you know what? I gotta show you these. I wish it was 7 degrees Fahrenheit here. Oh, do you like the cold, Zetra? Because that's what it is now. What does my weather say right now? My, weather app on my phone here. Hang on. Oh, it is a crisp 9 degrees right now, and it feels like 4, is what it says. Wind chill advisory, and it looks like we might get snow, which I am not excited for. Oh well. Yeah, we got snow today, and it was like hectic driving into work. But there's this one piece that I gotta show you guys real quick. I don't know what exactly these little dudes were, but like, come on. Look at these! Oh. I don't know what they are, but they were so flippin' funny. I loved it. I'm just trying to find my Starry Night picture, and I found that instead. But hi Clay, hello, how are you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by, and welcome back, Brian. I hope you're doing well. I'm showing off some stuff that I found in MoMA in the Museum of Modern Art. Oh, there it is. There it is. Hang on. Boop. All right. It's gonna say it's an MP4. I did in fact take a video because my photo, like I mentioned, my phone quality for photos is garbage. So there it is, Starry Night! Then I didn't realize this was in this museum. So being able to take a picture of it was like, or, you know, take a video of it to then get a picture of it was like fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I found it! Yeah! It was great! Surprisingly, there wasn't like a big crowd gathered around it, but man, the people who were taking photos there were hogging the center, so I had to take the picture from the side like this, because it was like they were taking selfies with it and everything, and I'm just like, man, I just want a picture. So, but no, it was, I really enjoyed it. MoMA was way more fun than I was expecting. I haven't been to, like, a museum for a hot minute, so to be able to do that was fantastic. And, of course, you know, I got some videos of some stuff, like, some attractions in the Rockefeller area, and then, I didn't mention this, but at the hotel that I was staying at, which was right by Times Square, it was like right next to a bunch of theaters, and so as I was walking to meet up with my friends, you know, in the downtown area, or Times Square area, I was passing like Back to the Future the musical, because apparently that's a thing. I didn't realize that was a thing. Ads for the Book of Mormon, Hamilton, the Rogers Theater was literally right across the street from the hotel I was staying at. So Hamilton was like right there. And then Sweeney Todd was right next to the hotel. So I was seeing like crowds for that when I was walking back to my hotel room and everything. And yeah, it was like really fun to see. You guys want to know what else was literally right next to the hotel? Was the Church of Scientology. I was like, no! Oh no! So I was like, we were walking to go to Times Square, and we passed like the awning that says it, and they have like books on glass shelves on outside of the doors and everything, and I'm like, that is kind of surreal, you know, because of given all the controversy surrounding the Scientology and everything, and it was like, why is this right next to the hotel? But and then also it's 30 degrees for you right now. See, I'd much rather have 30, because then that means the roads are less likely to freeze over if it's closer to 30. I know 32's like freezing point, so anything under that it'll freeze anyway, but like it was sheets of ice on the road today. The colors look beautiful, right? It's gorgeous. I love it. I remember when I went to New York for a band trip. It was a trip more for the parents instead of the kids, so it was a bit disappointing. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully one of these days you can go to the places that you want to go see and everything. But I always get that. When you're a kid, you get a bit restless sometimes when it comes to adult things. But this time around, I had a blast going there and taking a look at everything. I definitely have more pictures and videos, but obviously I just wanted to show off Starry Night. So... You want frozen roads? You want to work from home? Oh, you know what? I get that. I get that. Well, may you have a day home so you can work from home. Yeah, I did not bring my work laptop with me, so I gotta go in tomorrow no matter what. But I get Friday off, so, but we'll see how that goes. They kept making me go to expensive restaurants, but I was only given like 200. Oh no! I was begging to eat at a McDonald's. Oh no! Did you guys know that the Death Note musical is a thing? Why is everything turning into a musical? How in the world is that a musical? I want to go see that. No! That's really interesting, Brian. I love that. I knew like Black Butler had a musical, and like a lot of animes have musicals, but I didn't realize Death Note was one of them. Danganronpa's got a musical, believe it or not. It was great. Nakai Fieri. Butchered his name. I knew who you meant. But no, I totally get that. But yeah, having that kind of allowance, yeah, some of the food was pricey. God, my Ubers in New York were pricey. Good God. And then the traffic going from the airport to the hotel on Friday. I'm gonna switch back real quick. Going from the hotel, the airport to the hotel was like 55 minutes. Because of traffic when it should have been like 20, and I'm not used to that much aggressive driving. Oh my God, I'm glad I let it be in the hands of the Uber, but man, they definitely deserve the money, but like having to drive in that, but whoa. They have musicals about everything right now. Aladdin, Harry Potter, everything. They did have advertisements for Aladdin and Harry Potter too. Yeah, funny enough, when we were going back to Times Square from eating at Max Brenner, we passed the Back to the Future building when the musical was ending. And so we were like, oh no, what is this crowd? And I happened to see a playbill that it was Back to the Future, and I'm like, oh! Okay, because at first I didn't realize it was a musical. It was, I thought they were just promoting the show because it was on like a really popular streaming service or something. But no, it was for the musical, and that one I didn't notice until the playbill. Oh, you know what else is, my friend's stepbrother, was also one of the directors for How to Dance in Ohio, which was in the Belasco Theater. It's still there at the time, and so I ended up taking pictures and videos of the Belasco Theater while it was still decorated in How to Dance in Ohio, and I sent the videos and pics to my friend, and she was messaging me back being like, oh my gosh, you actually went and took pictures, that's so cool. And because she was there for the premiere with her stepbrother and everything, and so it was like it's just got like really good messages, and I love that. It was I love that all of the main actors are on the autism spectrum in some, way, shape, or form, and it seems like they're all starting to get like really good deals. because of it, because of how positive the publicity is for it. And so I'm really glad that they were able to get their foot in the door to go into acting with all of that, because they all seemed, from the sound of it when talking with my friend, they all seemed like super excited that they have more opportunities open to them now thanks to the help of this musical. And then the music for this musical is also very fun. I was told that there was a lot of inspiration from Wicked, so if you hear, when I first listened to it, when they were showing promotional material for it, and she was having me listen to it, I'm like, wow, this sounds a lot like Wicked. And she was like, yeah, he got inspiration from Wicked. So it's like, it's got the same, like, tones in a way to Wicked. So I'm sure if you like listen to music from Wicked and then listen to music from How to Dance in Ohio for the Broadway show, it was like, oh yeah, oh, you can hear it. It was very fun. And then, Lappy, you said you saw the show. I did not get the opportunity to actually watch the show myself. I just took pictures out front, but how was it? I know I'm talking in like a third-person perspective for it, but how was it? I hope it was good. And then I remember watching Shrek the Musical on Netflix. Brian, I watched Shrek the Musical live. Oh no. I watched it live, man. It was interesting. It was an interesting time. It wasn't on Broadway, obviously, because this was my first time in New York, but it was like a show in my state, and we ended up watching it, and it seemed fun. My friends and I have some friends who love horror films, and we found out that Evil Dead has a musical, and I guess there's a splatter zone, a blood splash zone, so we're in the process of trying to see if we can get tickets, maybe at some point in the future, to get into the splash zone of blood and guts, baby. So, Evil Dead is fantastic. Love the series. And then it was good. 100% would recommend. Oh, yay! I'm so glad. I need to go back just so I can watch it. But yeah, we didn't... So other than, you know, what we all did with MoMA and the couple of shops that we went to, and we ended up eating at... What was it called? Was it... Hold on. Give me a second. I was like... Was it Bob's Bar and Burgers? Hold on. Let's see. Bob's Bar and Burgers. It was more on the Rockefeller Center. Bill's Bar and Burger. My bad. Bill's Bar and Burger. And it's just like your typical... it was like your typical... you know, burger joint, restaurant, and everything. I guess they're known for their disco fries, which, do you guys know what disco fries are? Because I didn't until I went to try and order food, but I guess it's like cheese and gravy on fries. So I just got regular fries, but now you know that disco fries equal cheese and gravy. Why it's called disco fries, I don't know. But very fun. And then we had milkshakes there too, and it was very fun. And let's see, that was about it for Sunday. She had to leave a little bit early, so we couldn't have dinner together. But I ended up staying and getting food in the bar in the hotel that I was staying at. And I ended up having like 4 apple sour martinis. Yeah, martinis, and they were delicious. Do you remember The Avengers, the musical? No, I did not, but thank you for the reminder, Brian. Oh, no. They really are making musicals out of everything. Oh, my goodness. Poutine sounds better. Yeah, probably. But every time I think of, like, disco fries, I think of like a 70s bar, because I got like a disco cup from a 70s bar near me. So that's all I think of is like 70s when I hear disco anymore. Yeah, I was ready to party. No, but I had like the 4 apple sour martinis, and I had a good chat with the bartender. He was super sweet, and he actually had, he was telling us, because there was like a couple that was also in the bar, and so like the 4 of us were chatting, and he was mentioning that there was no manager for the bar, and so they gave him full reign, and so he had like the typical bar stuff, like the beers that they sell, the wines, and some of the cocktail mixes, but then he had his own special cocktail menu, and that's where the apple sour martini came from, and oh my god, yeah, it was delicious. But there were some also really good tasting alcohols there too. And then I stayed for a little bit, and then I think some of you might have seen this on my Twitter, but there was a woman who came in, and she spoke Portuguese. She was from Portugal, and so she spoke Portuguese, and me, having very basic Spanish, couldn't even fathom like Portuguese, but she spoke a little bit of Spanish too, and so despite having had the 4 apple martinis at that point, the 4 apple martinis at that point, we still managed to like have a conversation. I don't know how. I think we had to use Google Translate for a couple of things, but it was I think when I first spoke with her, I did speak a little bit of Spanish, and, I was telling her that my Spanish is not that good, and something like that, but she was so impressed at the fact that that I could speak a little Spanish that she asked the bartender to take a picture with me. So this woman has, like, a random picture of just me and her at the bar. She was so sweet. I loved it. But it was definitely like, hello, why do you want a picture? It probably helped you. Probably. But overall, yeah, it was just a fun night. And then I had to go to bed early because my flight out of the airport, and I had to go to the JFK airport for it, but I had to fly out at like 9:20. So thankfully it wasn't as early as like the other one, but I still wanted to get there early because it's the JFK airport. Come on, like the traffic's gonna be twice as heavy as when in my own state, which was like practically abandoned. I got really lucky actually on the flight back, because I was getting ready to stand in the security. So thankfully I just had a carry-on, so I didn't need to worry about bag check, but I had to wait in line for the security, where you take your jackets and your shoes off and metal detectors and all of that. And guys, the line was packed. It was overflowing. And it was overflowing so badly to the point that they actually cut the line, maybe like 4 people ahead of me, and we had to go to the other side of the airport to start a new security check-in line there. And so that I managed to get through. I dodged a bullet having to be stuck in that traffic. I still had a little bit of waiting because I guess they had done, made a line beforehand, so it was still a decent sized line, but it wasn't nearly as big as like the other one. But god, it was stressful. But I like probably dodged a good hour and a half of extra waiting because of that, of how much it was overflowing, and it was just wild. I'm glad I didn't take my laptop with me or anything, because I guess the JFK airport is way more strict when it comes to the batteries in those than I think the one that I was the one in my state. Like the one in my state, my nearest airport, they let me through the metal detector with my shoes on. Whereas like here I had to take off my jacket, the shoes, everything, and like I don't know how to describe this, but when we got to the very front, there are two people in front of me. I think it was a father and a daughter. I think. And so, they have, like, I would hate to be this person. They had, like, 7 carry-ons each. It was, like, small bags, big bags, the giant, you know, not metal, but the giant plastic suitcases, that can be considered carry-ons, you know? And they're in front of me, and it was like, you know, I'm waiting my turn, I'm being patient, but the security, there's like 4 tubs that I could start, that they had sitting there for security, where you put your stuff in to have it go through the metal detector and everything. And so they pick like the second one, which was like the second furthest away from the actual metal detector. And so the security guard motions for me to keep the line moving, and so I go and pick my one at the last one, which was the one closest to the metal detector. And because I only had like 1 carry-on and a jacket, you know, and my winter coat, I was able to get everything in 2 bins really fast. And this woman was like really nasty all of a sudden, because she didn't see the security guard motioning me to go through. And she was like, I don't think you're supposed to be cutting like that. And I was like, what? She thought I was cutting. She thought I was cutting the line. She was so rude. And I just said, I'm not cutting. And then she was like, I think you are, because you're not supposed to be standing there. You're supposed to be behind me. And I was like, I didn't say anything, but in my mind, because I just didn't want to start anything, so I just didn't say anything at that point. But it's like, girl, I'm not the one with 7 carry-ons and have to use like 5 buckets to get it through the door, all right? I want to get the line moving. Like, what do you mean? So... I don't know, she was so mad at me over the fact that I managed to get through the metal detector before her and her dad, I think. That when I was putting my shoes back on, she was still, like, she had maybe, I don't know, 3 other people pass the metal detector before her because she was still putting stuff in the buckets. Both of them were actually. But then she still gave me the stink eye when I was putting my shoes on. I was like, what do you mean? What am I doing? So it was, I don't know. People are weird. But all I know is that other people are going to be giving them the stink eye whenever they board the plane. Because if you have that many carry-ons, you shouldn't have that many carry-ons on a flight. There's not enough space on the plane, right? So it was wild, man. Anyways. Other than that weird encounter, the flight back was really decent, really good. The pilots were really good with the flight. There was no turbulence either direction, you know, going to New York or coming home from New York. Yeah, it was fantastic. The flights were just glorious. I had no issues whatsoever. Fantastic. Bedtime, gotta get up early. Good to see you back. Have a good evening. Hey, thank you so much for staying as long as you did, Lappy. Thanks so much for, thank you for staying as long as you did, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, and, we hope to see you next time I stream, whenever that might be. I feel sorry for you. No, don't feel sorry. Your girl's got thick skin. It's just kinda... when you're flabbergasted a little bit, it's just like, you don't need that passive aggressiveness when you're under the stress of like trying to get on a plane, you know? So it wasn't a big deal, but thank you, Brian. I do appreciate that. But no, it was all good. I'm not one for conflict, so we're good. It was easy peasy once, because we went our separate ways. It was like I was already down the escalator before she could even get all of her buckets out of the thing, so it's fine. Looking forward to more limb pictures. Oh my god, yeah, you guys are gonna collect me. Like limbs of me in pictures. Oh, next thing you know, you're gonna have like a whole a whole Alaska. That looks maybe a little different than the Alaska you're seeing right now, but it's okay. But thanks, Lappy, I appreciate it. What else? Yeah, the flight itself was good. I'm so glad that by the time I got back in my home state, the Ubers were like $50 cheaper. So, yay! And then I got home and I called my parents because they wanted to know everything about the trip to New York. So I talked with them and then immediately like took my contacts out and crashed. I like got maybe a bit of lunch and just immediately crashed. Your girl was tired. So, but yeah, that was the whole trip to New York. And I just had so much fun. Oolong and her other friend. I haven't mentioned her other friend because I don't know if she feels comfortable with me saying her name or anything like that. That's why I've been like using Oolong's name as Oolong and everything. So I mean, hey, if you're there and you see this stream and anything, and if you're comfortable with me saying the name in the future, that's totally okay. But that's why I haven't said her name. But Oolong's other friend, I had met her for the first time during this trip, and she was very fun to talk to. She was it's just chill vibes all around for the three of us, I think, and it was just a lot of fun, a blast. Oh, you know what? Hold on! I totally forgot about something real quick, and this song reminded me of it. Hold on. The song, I'm gonna start it over again. This song that's playing in the background right now is Honkai's Star Rail, right? I totally forgot. On Friday, we went to like this Korean place area that sold like a lot of Korean food and everything. And I guess one of the stands was like helping promote, it was like a collab between Ohio versus Honkai's Star Rail. And so like I got a picture of the Don Hung cutout. Hold on. I don't think I sent it to myself. Give me a second. So I can send it to myself so we can see it on the screen here, but give me a second. I totally forgot about Don Hung. The fried chicken collab, right? Oh my god, how could I have forgotten about that? Oh, hold on. The pictures are absolute garbage, but give me a second. I got them somewhere. Hold on. There he is. Hold on. Give it a minute to like have me send them to myself. But I love it. Hang on. Thank you. Honkai Star Rail music that I put into my playlist for reminding me that I have it. Oh my goodness. I just had like a blast. It was such a fun trip, guys. I would never ever want to live in New York, no offense, but I had such a blast just visiting. Hold on. No. Don Hung spotted. There he is! Oh, and then, unfortunately, there wasn't a March 7th cutout, but she's kinda there. But yeah! There he is! I totally forgot about that. I'm glad I remembered. Oh, man. This was a blast. It was great. I had so much fun. We ended up not eating in this place at all, but we were there for something else completely different, but it was like... And the Don Hung cutout, because Oolong knew where it was, so it was just like, ooh, let me take a picture. So, yeah, oh god, it was a blast. I had so much fun. Anyways, now we're done. Thank you guys for indulging me while I last minute remembered that we found some Honkai Star Rail stuff. Yeah, I think, okay, now that's it. Anyways, I know I'm like giggly and giddy and everything, so bear with me. I appreciate you guys bearing with me while I just talk about this. I wanted to kind of archive it a little bit in terms of the trip, so I could remember just how much fun I had with my friends and everything. And I know I didn't really interact with chat too much. I think I just wanted to more than anything archive just the fun of this experience. I'm glad that my first trip to New York was for a Genshin concert, and I'm glad that I could meet some great people along the way and meet up with a near and dear friend to me. And so I just had an overall blast, and I definitely am glad and honored that I had the opportunity to be able to do that, especially, you know, with like all of the money issues that I had shortly after we bought the tickets back in September. If you guys remember, October was when everything was going wrong with like the false claim charges and everything, and it dropped my FICO score and everything, so I was just panicking, and it was just a mess and all of that. And so I was worried because that issue kept persisting months later, that I was worried that I wasn't going to have the opportunity to be able to use like a credit card like on this trip. And so I'm glad that that was able to be fixed, and so I could still enjoy New York and not have to worry about that all too much. So it just, everything fell into place despite the road to despair. But it was overall just a blast. I had so much fun, and I hope to come again, and then hopefully we can get along to come over here and experience the culture shock of living in this state, which is not the hustling and a bustling city as New York. I was joking with her about that, but it was just overall a blast. I had so much fun, and I'm glad I could talk to you guys about it. And thank you guys for bearing with me in terms of me just being giddy and talking about it and everything. So thank you guys. I wholeheartedly appreciate it. You listening in and just having a lot of fun with me while I talk about it. So thank you guys so much. It was great. That is it for me. This was my first just chatting stream, and honestly, it was pretty fun. I had a lot of fun with it. And I hope that you guys did too. So thank you so much for all staying as long as you did. If there was anything anyone else had wanted to say, speak now or forever hold your peace, because I'm gonna see if we can raid somebody. Hold on. Let's see. And also, I need to turn the heat back on in my apartment because I have it off right now. Because it would be too loud. Ooh, you know what? Zarithia is live. We could go say hi to Zarithia. Let's do that. Zarithia is in the process of... the title says creating Frankenstein's charging cable. So, it looks like we got matching comfort maybe, so we'll see how that goes. Let's do that! Yeah, let's raid. Hold on. I may not be able to stay for long, but, yeah, go give Zarithia a big hello for me. I don't really have any, like, big raid names yet, but if you guys want, you can have the little foxes, or little fox guys. Oops. Whoops. Hold on. So we will... we will raid. We will raid with an army of cute little foxes. So, again, thank you guys so much for just the fun stream so I could talk about New York with you guys. I had so much fun. You guys are amazing for bearing with me while I talk about all of this. So I hope that next stream will actually maybe be a little more productive. Maybe we might play a game. Maybe we might do art. I don't know. But we are just gonna have fun. So, go give Zarithia a quick hello for me, and I will see you all later. So, have a good night, Brian. Have a good night, Clay. I appreciate you guys staying for as long as you did, and we'll see you later. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and raid now. So, let's be off. All right, I'll see you guys. Bye-bye. Oh, we only have a few seconds left. Hang on, never mind.